fantasy season in the books.
It was a good one.
Yeah, for some people. But we just wanted to put this little video together to kind of recap our season in the Loyal Forever League. Go little team-by-team analysis of what went wrong, what went right, and maybe some building blocks for the future. Am I right there, Klay?
Oh, yeah. Just me and Josh in the studio right now. I feel like we're cheating on John a little bit, but it'll be a good one.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about fantasy anyways, so.
Yeah, he showed us that with his takes.
He just likes to talk the talk. He can't any kind of walk.
At all.
But what we were thinking is going team by team, maybe talking a little draft, maybe where some of these draft strategies went wrong, talk some maybe bad beats of some like close losses that swung the season, and then kind of move up from last to first and kind of go in that order. So to kick things off, the Pepper Boy himself, Mr. Justin Williams. What happened?
Oh my.
Here?
Okay, yeah, he comes in at 4-10. 4-10.
I will say, I remember on draft night, he like looked at me and he was like, "Dude, I don't know about this team," and I'm like, "I don't know either, dude." It's like,
yeah, it's gross.
You can't win on draft night, but you can definitely lose the league on draft night.
Oh, and he did his best to lose. I want to start with just his name. First of all, 2 cooks in the kitchen. That doesn't it doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. So I think it's because he drafted Brandon Cooks.
Okay.
And he also drafted James Cook.
Okay, but James Cook's not on his team anymore at the end of the season.
Well, yeah, so if you go back and look at his roster week 1.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, you just go to the scoreboard and go to week 1.
Oh shoot. Okay. Scoreboard.
So we had Lamar Jackson, Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Kyle Pitts, Michael Thomas, Tyler Lockett, a bench of Alan Lazard, James Cook, Jahan Dotson, Kenneth Gainwell, Isaiah Pacheco, and McCole Hardman.
So this actually might have. So week 1 was a really bad beat for Justin. I think I remember looking at this.
That's why I wanted to talk about the bad beat here, because he lost by 0.7 to Eli.
0.7, dude.
Which is just a tough way to start the season, especially to an Eli team that was also pretty damn horrible.
I think something was like, did I write it? I think I wrote it in like the mid-season awards. Hold on, where did I put that? Should have had this ready.
This team was destined for failure. Unfortunately.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Justin. Yeah, so what happened that week was the week the Broncos were playing the Seahawks, and they ran the clock down to, like, they had a minute left to try to score, and they just decided we're going to try to kick a field goal from like 50-something yards.
And he missed. And
so that gave Justin -1 points, and then he ended up losing by 0.6.
Dude, did that end up winning the baddest beat on your poll? Remember when you did your poll? Do you remember?
Yeah,
who won that?
I think it did. Because the other ones weren't that bad.
That's pretty rough.
That was brutal, and that might have like gotten him the pepper, to be honest. Like that, he lost the pepper in week 1.
That missed field goal got him a pepper to the asshole.
So yeah, I just want to look at this. Like, so he's got Like, first of all, Michael Thomas, like, what are you thinking, dude?
Well, the thing is,
thinking.
Well, yeah. I mean, he played 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks. He had 2 touchdowns in the first week, a touchdown in the second week, and then he got hurt.
So
But,
if you
yeah,
go,
what do you
so
think?
ESPN is really like, they added this draft recap thing. So Justin drafted Michael Thomas in the 8th round. And so if we go and look at who was drafted around that point, let's see. Jake drafted Miles Sanders right after Michael Thomas. And Ramondre Stevenson was right before.
Wow.
Chris Olave was also in that round. Tony Pollard was in that round. Hell, even DeAndre Hopkins was in round 9.
Yeah.
My clown ass drafted Melvin Gordon in round 9, but we won't go over that.
I feel like Justin just took too many risks.
I just don't think he knew what he was doing.
Maybe
he had an off year.
Maybe no research this year.
No research this year. But I feel
like look, so you go Kyle Pitts, who was a risk, didn't pan out. You had Michael Thomas, mega risk, didn't pan out. You had Etienne,
I feel like he was pretty
risk.
Good. He was solid.
I mean, he was okay. Brandon Cooks, what did he finish as?
Oh, he was bad. He was bad.
Yeah, the 49th ranked receiver, so that's pretty bad. So I feel like there was just lots of risks taken here that there weren't any solid foundational pieces that he could rely on besides Lamar, who was kind of sketchy with injury towards the end of the year.
Yeah, he ended up just being hurt the whole year.
Yeah.
So. Well, all right. Yeah, this is definitely also a worthwhile last place team.
Well, also the bench that he drafted was something to be desired.
Brutal.
What position did he have?
He drafted Najee.
So probably the end.
He was 8th. Oof.
That's the death zone.
Yeah, that's just not where you want to be. It's just not where you want to be. Okay.
Also, 2 cooks in the kitchen. I mean,
yeah, it's not good.
I mean,
come on, dude. Come on.
You can do better than that. I know you can do better than that.
All right, Justin. I can't wait to see you eat the pepper. Kind of wish it was Eli though.
Well, he was almost equally deserving of this pepper.
Okay, was he next?
Yeah, he was next.
Okay, so yeah, this was literally the pepper decider, dude. That's crazy.
Wait, they had a matchup in the last...
No, like this first week, ended up...
Oh, yeah, it was.
Oh, all right.
Damn. McManus, man.
Just money that McManus.
So, going to
next
Eli's.
We actually have... Why am I? Oh, it's because I'm looking at the standings and it's counting the consolation bracket.
Oh, okay. So regular season only.
So next is actually Charles. Wait, no, it's Eli.
No, it's Eli.
All right, let's look at Eli's team. Chase Bank $. I think Eli just needs to stop bringing dates to the draft, and then he could actually focus and.
Yeah, that was a. How are you going to draft? How are you going to draft the team? I think that was their first date or something.
So, I mean, just starting off, Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. He didn't start. I think he started Derek Carr every week.
The whole
15,
season?
When did playoffs start?
I mean, I'm looking at the first week, and he has Derek Carr in his lineup.
So this is already egregious. He started Derek Carr week 12 through 15, Marcus Mariota week 9 through 11, and then Derek Carr again the rest of the season. So, oh no, he had Daniel Jones one week. So
okay.
I don't know why you got rid of Daniel Jones, but Yeah, he started Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota. That's it. Adjust, my guy.
That just screams, I don't care.
Adjust. Like, surprised? You got second to last place? Come on.
Surprised? And then, so I think the other issue here was he drafted 2 tight ends. Like 2 quote unquote elite tight ends, and Darren Waller and George Kittle. So that's kind of an issue.
But he also traded away George Kittle, who started going off the minute Hamlet got into the playoffs. Which, so like we can look at that trade a little bit.
Oh yeah, who did he? It was
traded Drake London for George Kittle. Wow, that's borderline assault there.
So at the time, I'm pretty sure Drake London had just started going off a bit.
That's just brutal. That's just brutal. And then Darren Waller was injured like the entire season.
Drake London's listen to this stretch from week 4 through week 9. 2.7 points, 5.5 points, 5.5 points, 1.4 points, 5.1 points, 1.8 points.
Ooh, and he started him like every week.
That's
oh my God.
Beat.
Week 10, Eli started 4 Falcons players.
Oh.
He started Drake London, Cordero Patterson, Marcus Mariota, and the Falcons defense.
No.
It's just, what the hell?
And lost by 50. Dang. So what happened? What happened here?
I will give him credit. I think Jamar Chase got hurt for a lot of the season, so he's already out his top pick.
Yeah.
He went big on Fournette, who really was just kind of underwhelming. He was kind of like, he wasn't winning you weeks and he wasn't losing you weeks. He was just there.
And he kind of lost his spot at the end of the year too.
Yeah. DJ Moore really only came on once Eli was already,
done.
Yeah, he was done by then.
Well, also Rashad Penny got hurt.
That's true, yeah. And then just like looking at Devonta Smith's game logs, he really came on week 13 and on, but by then it was too late as well. So just honestly, a bunch of poor decisions. It's hard to have a worse draft than this.
Well, I think drafting 2 tight ends, it's like, I feel like Eli always tries to do things that like no one thinks about doing, but they're like the bad things that no one thinks about doing. Like there's a reason why.
Yeah, there's a reason why no one's doing it.
But he's like, dude, look at this. Okay, so Eli, honestly, you deserve to eat a pepper too, man. That was atrocious.
Brutal. Okay, Charles is next. He literally scored 2 more points than Eli, so that's why he's not second to last. Yeah, 2 more points on the entire season.
Also, he would have lost the whole thing if he had lost that last week because he had less points scored.
Yeah, I mean he's a deserver of the pepper as well. Let's look
after
here.
Eating the pepper this past year.
Yeah, honestly, like that was not a very fun pepper eating because Charles just had no emotion. Like it, he took it and it just wasn't entertaining.
He didn't say a word.
No,
that means that the peppers weren't spicy enough.
Yeah, I think we need to up it to a chocolate habanero. So, looking at Charles's draft, I mean, I think we really just have to look at Jonathan Taylor being terrible.
Pretty much.
Like, that's the main reason, especially when you pick number 1. Like, if your number 1 pick is as bad as JT was this year, you're in trouble.
it was unfortunate that the Colts were absolutely just god awful.
They were dog shit.
It was just horrible. Like, it was tough to watch. The offense never moved, and then also he got hurt. He was like injured most of the season.
Yeah, it was a season to forget for JT. His day one lineup. Why is it showing?
Not even that
this?
bad.
Yeah.
So we had Tom Brady, we had JT, we had Pollard. We ended up having a great season.
By the time Pollard came on, like what
again,
we saw
it was
with
too
Eli,
late.
Yeah, it's too late.
We had Keenan, we had Mike Evans, we had Dalton Schultz, Elijah Mitchell,
who was injured the whole season.
Yeah, he lost.
Oh my God, Russell Gage, week 1. Are you joking me? What? That's the best flex you had after the draft on draft day?
Russell Gage scored double digits twice all season. Twice.
Oh, God.
He drafted Dobbins, who was hurt at the time of the draft.
He had Mike Davis on his team. And Kenyon Drake. They're both on Baltimore. What the hell? And Dobbins. He had 3 Baltimore players. What?
Wow.
There's a reason why you're here.
He drafted 3 Baltimore running backs.
The one thing I will say is that all these teams so far have used a lot of their fab. So, like, Charles only has $10 left on his free agent budget. So at least, like, they were trying.
Yeah.
Whereas I think once we get to some other teams, you'll see that not a lot of effort was put in.
I feel like Charles banked on some players that were like question marks at the draft too hard, and they didn't end up becoming what the ceiling was for them. Like, they were either injured or like there was, questions in the backfield. There's like, okay, I'll take a shot at this guy. Like, I don't really know what his future is. Like, he didn't have any locks,
Yeah, I think he was really hurt by the Buccaneers just being absolute ass this year. So, like, Brady and Evans, like, that is a stack that you would think would be good, but ended up not. And then Keenan, you never know if he's going to be out or not. Mike Evans as well.
Well, Keenan missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that's
8
brutal.
out of his first 10 games. Or I guess 7 with the bye. So 7 out of the first 9.
Yeah, so.
After that, he was fine, but, like, it was just done by that point.
Yeah.
That's rough, man. Those teams were rough.
Brutal. Okay, who's next?
Then we have,
I think it might be Daniel.
It is Daniel, another 5-9 team. He scored over 150 more points than all 3 of those guys, though.
You know what's interesting is that Daniel and Charles played each other, and then Justin and Eli played each other week 1.
Weird.
Am I reading that right? Maybe not. No, never mind.
Oh, really?
All right, well, let's look at D's team.
Daniel played Sparky, who also lost. Daniel lost by less than 2 points in week 1.
So first off, Daniel has $92 left in his free agent budget, so you can't take that into next season, D. It doesn't roll over. It's also not real money. So
92, brother?
Come on, dog.
Oh, fourth to last. You hate to see the effort there.
Also, looking at transactions, D he picked up 16 players all season. And that's also the same with Eli. So Eli and Daniel both picked up 16 players, and then the lowest activity level was Jake, who somehow made it to the finals. So
I feel like that's a year-over-year occurrence, is Jake not using the waiver wire whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
With 16 players and $8 gone, I mean, that's pretty good value.
So Daniel's team actually is kind of dirty. I like it. Like Dak obviously was injured, so can't really count that against him. DeAndre Swift was definitely a bust. There's no other way around that. And he's a player I wanted, so thanks D for taking that. Joe Mixon was good. Sutton, I'll never forget when Daniel took Cortland Sutton just because, like literally no other reason, just because. And that actually ended up being
Klay.
good because Cortland Sutton sucked, along with the Broncos. Amon-Ra was a good pick.
I think where we went wrong here was Thielen and Claypool.
Oh yeah, I think D just like lost interest halfway through the draft. Got a couple of beers in him and just like just went with names he's heard of before because
the classic D strategy.
Because like, how does he end up with Garrett Wilson as well? Like, that's an insane pick. That's a good pick.
I don't
Justin
know.
Fields, that's another good pick. He probably dropped him though, and he could have really used him when Dak went down. So I think that's where D went wrong. He shot himself in the foot. Dropped Justin Fields midway through the season. I think Daniel also set the record for most weeks with an open bench spot. Like he didn't have the maximum number of players on his team that he could have.
Well, I think at one point he only had like 2 people on his bench.
So I think if D just makes some simple adjustments, he might be a contender.
Well, this like we said, I think this is one of the first years that he hasn't made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
he rested on his laurels a little bit here.
I think we hyped him up a little too much.
Yeah, we gave him a little too much
credit.
He was
like, I'm safe. I don't have to do anything.
I mean, Robbie Anderson. The guy. Like, dude, Khalil Herbert, last pick of the draft. That's a good pick. I'll give you some credit here.
It's a Space Sudden, also a pretty solid name.
Yeah, solid for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. Here, let me get my charger real quick, actually.
Okay.
All right. Who's next?
We have Burke's Massage Perks.
Oh, Spencer.
AKA Spencer Mahler.
Dude, he almost had a great escape because I think he started 0-6.
Dude, legendary comeback.
0-6.
Honestly, like, yeah. It was 0-6 or 0-5? Let me see. 1. Oh, man. 3. 4. It was 0-5.
Okay. Well,
0-5.
Let's look at his draft.
And then he won like 5 in a row.
Honestly, his team's not very good. I think he just got kind of like, there's a reason why he went 0-5.
To start the season.
Yeah, what turned it around? The thing that turned it around was that it seems like Chris Godwin got back, and then Ramondre Stevenson started popping off.
Yep.
And
dude,
then,
he was so good.
And then Carson Wentz got hurt, and when Heineke came in, I think McLaurin got a lot better. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Did Spencer make any trades?
I think he did. Let's see. Is there like a trade?
Yeah, I got my transaction. Well, yeah, Spencer did not make a trade. So,
No
dude,
trades.
there were only 2 trades in the entire league this season.
Wow.
So, y'all need to grow some balls or something. Make
Who
some
were
trades.
those trades?
Me and Sparky, and then Eli and Hamlet.
Wow, that's crazy. So Spencer turned it around. Like, that was extremely impressive, though. Like, still like going 0-5, and then at the end of the season, he had a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, no, he turned it around for sure. He stopped starting Kareem Hunt, so I think that's what helped him out. Travis Kelce, I mean, that's an advantage right there. So that was a really good pick. I mean, yeah, there's really like, I think the thing that hurt Spencer was his quarterback play. He did have Justin Fields.
Yeah, Fields though from D.
He picked him up, but before he got Fields, the man was starting Rodgers, Goff, Cousins 1 week, Jimmy Garoppolo 1 week. Like he was searching, fiending for that QB, couldn't find it.
I also feel like he didn't really have a second receiver.
I mean, starting Deontay every week, the dude did not have a single touchdown all year.
Yeah, that's
brutal.
Yikes.
That's brutal.
That's a killer.
Didn't he draft someone? Though. Did he not know that Chris Godwin was injured or something when he drafted him, or was that Deontay?
Chris Godwin. It was Deontay, right?
Yeah, because he kept dropping, and then Spencer drafted him, and we were like, dude, he's injured.
But he played though.
Then why? I don't know who it was then.
Someone did that. Terry had a decent year.
I don't know. Who's next?
Next. Oh, God. Dude, what happened? Dude, Eli made it all the way up to 7th with the consolation bracket.
He was... he thought he was in the playoffs or something.
What happened, dude?
Oh, God.
He won every matchup. Then we had Sparky.
Sparky. So
I thought it was going to make some... Yeah, I thought I was going to make some noise.
Now let's take a look at Derry Sanders here. Well, I traded Sparky, so I think the trade was Waddle and Melvin Gordon for Breece Hall and Michael Pittman. And so if Breece Hall hadn't torn his ACL, dude, ooh.
Definitely the spiciest draft of the two. The spicier draft.
So let's see. He had Olave, which was a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Andrews really screwed him over. Dude, he had some good picks sprinkled in here. Cooper.
It's crazy that Andrews screwed him over, and he was the 4th ranked tight end.
Yeah, that is weird. Because you drafted him in the 3rd round, probably expecting him to be number 1.
Yeah,
and he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks without a double-digit score. So,
damn.
Honestly,
that's tough.
If Sparky had McCaffrey was a really good pick too. I think he just got unlucky. He got unlucky with some injuries, and then he needed basically his trade with me. It was a bad trade for him.
Yeah.
Ended up being bad for both of us, but
it was a lose-lose.
Yeah.
Even Amari was decent. Amari,
yeah, I mean, it's a good team.
Yeah.
Herbie.
What do you feel? I mean, what do you think about Devin Singletary? Just as a player in that situation.
He's just average. He's an average player. He's like, he basically reminds me of less usage Miles Sanders. Because he's on a really good team. And he technically is the leader of the backfield, but he just doesn't, he like gets, if he's getting single digit carries, it's not really going to do it.
Well, Josh Allen just runs the ball all day.
Yeah, and Hurts does too. So,
and then Michael Pittman was supposed to be better, but again,
he sucked. He sucked ass.
He sucked.
God damn it!
Because of the Colts. Oh, the stinky Colts.
All right, next.
Putrid. Then we've got yourself, Klay.
I'm next already?
That's no Mooney. 7
and 7. All right, well, this is just a disaster. An absolute
started off so
disaster.
So well.
The thing is, like, my best picks, like, I was forced into. Like, I didn't want to pick Josh Allen, but that was a really good pick. And then, like, honestly, other than that, like, Waddle, I didn't really want to take Waddle either, but I did, and he ended up being really good. I don't know.
Rashad Bateman.
That was a terrible pick.
He got injured.
I started Bateman and Elijah Moore week 1.
Wow.
And then I also drafted Mooney. That was like my mid-round. That's why I didn't win the title right there.
The Elijah Moore, Bateman, Mooney.
Yeah, that was like 3 in a row too, I think. Maybe A.J. Dillon sprinkled in there.
A.J. Dillon, what a disappointment that was.
Like, if you have the Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs stack and you don't do anything with that, there's issues there. I did have, I mean, like, if you go down the line, like, if you add Breece Hall into that equation, I think I have a chance, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't to be. It's never to be. It's never to be.
So far, didn't you start off undefeated?
Yeah, I did, and then I went on, like, a 6-game losing streak after Galaxy braining myself. I'd, like, took out a defense and put a different one in, and that ended up losing me the game.
Oh no!
So,
yeah.
Just overall, like, I don't know what I was doing looking at this. It's bad.
It was just those 3 picks, I think, that really screwed you. Because like they weren't startable at all.
They weren't usable.
Those were like mid-round, like mid-draft picks. Like that's rounds 5 through 8.
Yeah, that's like where you win the league right there.
Or you lose it. Klay.
I think you're next, dude.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear this one. You're the only 8-6 team in the league. I was the only 7-7.
Yeah, so
what happened here, brother?
It was rough. The thing that I think really killed me this season was my faith in Chase Edmonds as like a league-winning running back that didn't end up doing anything.
He was cheeks, dude.
He was so bad. He was so freaking bad. I also drafted Russell Wilson, which we know that story. And then I had Gabe Davis, who
huge bust,
pretty big bust for what he was supposed to be. He had like a couple pop weeks, and that was it, but not enough.
Oh my god, dude, he had like 4 good games total.
Yeah, and I had to keep playing him. I had Marquise Brown, who got injured and then wasn't ever the same because the Cardinals decided to poop on themselves, and then. Yeah,
or you had Kenneth Walker. That's a really good pick.
Yeah, I had Ken Walker,
and Eckler. That's your 2 right there.
I'm honestly kind of surprised I made it to the playoffs, to be honest.
Well, I mean, going through the other teams in the league, I'm not surprised.
But like my points I was 127 points underneath your points for.
Well, I mean, I was the third highest scoring team in the league.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hamlet by like 200, and then me and Jake were the same, and Blake, Jake, and Blake were all like around the same. Hamlet was definitely just the best team all year.
Oh, complete domination.
Do I get a trophy for beating him twice though?
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, 11-3. 2 of those were me, dog.
That's pretty epic, dog. Oh yeah. You want to move up to Binder Boy?
Binder Boy. Oh, Binder Boy. What I said he was the sock from Monsters Inc. Oh my god, dude. This team is bad. I'm sorry. It's just he lucked into the playoffs. He lucked into good picks. He
lucked into Josh Jacobs.
I will stand firm in that, because if you look at his team, he's starting Antonio Gibson in week 1, which everyone knew that Antonio Gibson was an absolutely shit pick, and then the guy ahead of him got shot.
Literally
got shot
multiple times.
So lucked into that one right there. Josh Jacobs, I'm sorry. No one thought Josh Jacobs was going to be that good. If you say that, then you're lying. Devontae Adams, I mean, fine. He's good. He's really good. He's Devontae Adams. I'll give you credit for that one. Cam Akers. Ugh. And then he somehow was good at the end of the year.
He was very good at the end of the year.
If you look at his like box score, he didn't get above 8 points until like week 13. Like, oh. And then so you got Alvin Kamara, who is kind of a disappointment. Jerry Jeudy, along with the Broncos themselves, a disappointment. Like, see, I just don't understand how, like, this team is bad. It's a disgusting looking team.
He got lucky, I think, a few times, and his team came on at the end.
Who did he replace Kyler with?
What week was that? Like 9?
14 or something.
Oh, later.
Zach Wilson. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm happy he didn't win, because that would have been
his best finish in a while, though.
No, I mean, actually, Tim, I remember doing the like historical records. His record is actually not bad for the last like 5 years.
But it just hasn't gone. He hasn't got to the promised land. Obviously,
I don't think the binder's helping. Is what I'm saying. I don't.
So you think drop the binder?
Just stop with the binder.
Just quit the binder, man.
But bring it, because it's part of the league.
It is funny. It is funny.
Okay. Blake, the defending champ,
had himself a good year again.
Blake's in a prime of his career right now.
Yeah, he's a formidable force right now.
I hate his little logo too. He hasn't changed it in a while.
Is that John Gruden?
Yeah.
There's no way that thing, like, I feel like, do you think that was one of those like it was a preset picture on this app that you could pick from?
I think it was.
There's no way it's still there, right?
I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't taken it down.
Well, I'm sure they have, but he's like grandfathered in.
Never change your logo, Blake.
You'll lose it forever.
So yeah, his draft was good. I mean, Jalen Hurts, Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, who really, really just screwed him over at the end of the year. I guess he wasn't in the championship, so it didn't matter.
But what happened for him to not get there?
Oh, he drafted A-Rob.
Oh, so, he lost to Jake.
Allen Robinson, Javonte Williams. That's just a killer blow right there. Yeah, let's see. Let's look at his, like, he made it to week 16. And he had to start Latavius Murray.
And Dobbins.
How did he get Dobbins?
I guess.
Someone dropped him?
Who drafted the 3
Charles.
Ravens? Charles, I guess he dropped them.
So if you're running out Juju, Dobbins, and Murray, and then Tom Brady at quarterback, I don't know what happened. He just Jalen Hurts was injured.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard. Dude,
Cam Akers. You left Cam Akers on the bench,
bro. No,
I didn't even see that. Oh God, dude.
No.
What? 33 points on the bench.
And he just got goosed by Aaron Jones, 4.4 points for Aaron. He would have
won, man.
37 for Cam. And his Broncos defense got -4. Oh my God, that's when Baker put up 51 against the Broncos. That was, oh my God. Bro.
Dude, that might be tied with Justin for like bad beat of the year. It
was right there, Blake.
It was right there,
bud. The fantasy championship was right there. I mean, you wouldn't have won. I think Hamlet went off.
Did Jalen come back the next week?
Yeah, but dude, Justin Jefferson got 2 points that next week. So there's no way he would have won.
Maybe. I mean, we could do the math real quick.
Let's move on
He only scored 112 points.
Let's move on to Jake.
Dude, Jake put up 60 points in the championship.
Oh, gross. What's going on, Jake? Wait, no, because the game got canceled.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So
my bad, Jake.
So would Jake have won? Do you think there's a chance?
Well, no, I don't think so. I put it at like an 85% chance of him still losing.
I think he got shafted because I think that there was a big chance that he could have won that game. But there's no way. Man. There's no way to know.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
That game was going to be a shootout. I think.
A barn burner?
Yeah. I think he got screwed over there. And Hamlet.
Well, how many points did he need?
He needed 40,
Burrow, 50, 52.5.
Yeah.
And he had Burrow and Knox. I just didn't Knox. I don't know. That would have been close.
He would have needed some touchdowns, but I would have been sweating it if I was Hamlet.
I still think that was too much of a lead for Jake to come back from. He had a great year, though. Right. He had a great year. I don't really know how, to be honest.
A.J. Brown was a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Brown was a good pick. Burrow was a good pick.
Miles Sanders ended up being decent.
He got lucky with Miles Sanders being an absolute touchdown machine this year.
CEH was good for a little bit at the beginning of the year. Like,
he should have traded CEH.
I know.
Damian Pierce was good until he got hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, he had Cup, so if Cup didn't go on IR, I think his team would have even been better.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Like he could have challenged for the title. Jake is on fine margins here. He's gone to the title game back to back.
Wow.
And a couple different things roll his way this year. I think he's the champion, but I don't know.
I didn't realize he went back to back.
Yeah, I think he lost last year.
No. I lost to Blake last year.
Oh, maybe it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, Jake is not elite. Not elite.
The question was answered. Is Joe Burrow elite?
Okay, the champion.
For the second time, Mr. Hamlet Raetz.
Old Ham.
Wayne.
Just an epic draft. Mahomes, Henry, Chubb, Tyreek, DK, TJ Hawkinson, Christian Kirk. Like that, those are all good picks.
Drafting Kirk was huge.
Kirk and Mahomes.
When was he picked? When was Christian Kirk picked?
I'm
looking at the draft recap.
He was picked in the 6th round. Mahomes in the 4th round.
How do we let this man draft that team?
I don't know. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the rest of his, Drake London was decent. Dude, yeah, how did he do this? Derrick Henry, I didn't think was a good pick, but he ended up being really good again.
He was the 4th.
Because he's Derrick Henry.
4th best running back. Nick Chubb was the 5th best running back. Reek was the 2nd best receiver.
DK was amazing.
Patty was
what
the
I
best
expected.
Quarterback. He didn't even have that great of a bench.
No, he didn't.
It was just like he drafted Mahomes, Henry, Chubb, Tyreek.
Wow.
Pretty much carried him to a title.
He also had Zay Jones at the end of the year. So you have that. You have Kittle, who's going off too. He had some good pickups, made some good moves, worthy champion. He had Jerick McKinnon too. So
he kind of dominated. He
not only had a good draft, he drafted all the league winners too. He fucking sat Derrick Henry in the championship and won.
Why did he do that?
To start Kittle.
Really?
Which was a good move. No, well, we never know. We never will know because of the canceled game, but that's a good team. A really good team. Definitely the best team in the league. So
yeah, the right person won. Well,
as always next year.
Congrats again, Hamlet, and thanks everyone for a great year. It was awesome. Justin, we will make sure to get you a really spicy pepper.
The spiciest of peppers.
So that you cry, unlike Charles. Because we can't have that happening again. And is anything else, Klay?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Peace. Oh yeah, we're also doing a draft board next year, so and we're gonna go somewhere to do it.
It's lit.
Yep. All right. See you next season.
We out.